pops up. Oh, wow, I have the overlay on. I don't need that right now. Nope. Okay, cool. We are live. Everything looks a go. What is going on, YouTube? Yash Media here for a live stream. This is going to be different than when I normally live stream, and I thought it'd be pretty cool. I can go ahead and put down my thoughts of the first few days of owning this game. The Crew 2. The best way for me to describe this, you have a little bit of Forza and Gran Turismo in there for tuning, not too in-depth. And then you have a little bit of Test Drive Unlimited. This is where we want it to be. Now, for those of you who started on the original Test Drive Unlimited on the Xbox 360 a long time ago, there were a lot of things that we wanted. This game has answered those prayers, and it feels really good too. I'm actually excited. So, some things I want to mention off the rip, what you can do. Touge, drifting, normal racing, monster trunking, doing some stunting, rock climbing, like actual climbing, like you're in a Jeep or a Hummer or whatever, and you're climbing right up a rock. Yes, you can do that. There's the car list is decent. There could definitely be more, which I'm sure they'll add more at some point. The online servers are really good. One of the other cool things I like is the whole cooperative mode. Your friends don't need to have said next level unlocked. Like, you have these tiers you go through to go and get higher money. You can do normal and hard races. Your friends can join right in, and even if they don't win and one of you wins that race, they get that money and they get that XP. And XP basically means your crowd priority is going up. But if they do have set vehicle for that mode, they're going to go ahead and get XP for their vehicles. So that's also cool as well. When I say XP, I'm going to go over to the vehicles. You can go ahead. There's no wheel spin. There's no wheel spins, but you find yourself going through and getting cash real simple. The drift physics aren't the best. It's like hopping on Need for Speed Shift or something like that. I don't have a problem with drifting on the ship. I'm just giving a random example. It's still fun. For those of you who like simulation and want to complain that, hey, it's not Forza, it's not gonna, just chill out. Let's just learn to have some fun. In terms of Touge, I'm probably gonna start a Touge scene on here, just like I did on Horizon 2. Some of you were saying, well, when are you gonna return to Horizon 3 and do the whole Touge? Horizon 3 is not Touge. We've tried it. Some folks had fun on it. We had an official tournament on there. It's not me. I'm sorry. No matter how you put it, no matter how you try to lie about it, it is not Touge. So let's talk about some of the customization since I'm right on that screen. This Camaro has so many options. Look at all these front bumpers. This is ridiculous. So many options, and this is just one vehicle. Of course, you know I had to go with the classic American muscle look there. I got that minty fresh Camaro. I didn't want to go with this one. Looked a little too screamy. Got your wide fenders, little fender flares there basically. I haven't figured out how I can stretch out my tires, well, my wheels per se, but it is what it is. The engine sounds are really good. Overall, I'm really digging this game. I'm still trying to look for a set amount of people. I have a lot of friends who have the game, but I'm trying to look for a set group who wants to actually, you know, just do things, battle, etc., etc. So as you can see, visually, this game just looks amazing. You can just listen to that Camaro. Sounds real beautiful, and I don't have the audio playing right now, and I'm doing an actual live review of the game. What the? That spawned out of nowhere. GG. Come out of nowhere. Here comes a freaking truck just sitting there. The car list, I can go ahead and go over that with some of you guys. It's not the greatest car list, but it's not the worst. But I will say their choice in vehicles is really outstanding. Now, the Hummer, with the off-road physics how they are, I can have some real fun with an H1 Hummer for the first time in the game in a long time since playing the Test Drive Off-Road series. Now, this home is where you basically customize all your vehicles, so that's just an FYI. So I'm going back into the home. See if the load times aren't that bad. So when you have your friends in your session to do crew things, all you have to do is go into any race, any activity, and from there you're basically going to be able to, they can decline or not decline. There's plenty of time given on whatever choice they want. Now I'm going to show y'all some butt ugly stuff you can do to the H1 Hummer. Now, I can turn into an H2 or H3 if I want, and I'm not a fan of those, never will be. So yeah, I can go with the modern look. I don't really care about that. But you see all these little hoods here you can change. The front bumper, you get a little ricey, per se. No. Skip the skirt. So let's take a look at the wings, aka just changing the rear. We can go with the Humvee look. We can go with the, I guess, the sporty H1 style. And then there's this. I mean, I guess if there was like a competition, I don't know, is this an official wing setup? I don't know. This might be something official that I've never seen before, but as of now, I don't know how to feel about that. You can put that little spare tire look in the rear. There's a lot of things you can do. Oh, one more thing to talk about before I start actually going out and doing some of the races. We have your liveries. Yes, you can paint stuff like it's Forza or the latest Need for Speed, I believe. No. The one before that when they were basically redoing Underground, in my opinion. So you can do a little bit of that. I guess this is someone's camo setup. I'll rock that, why not? Nothing wrong with the freaking Hummer with camo. I can definitely dig it. Let me just see what looks best. White, yellow. I'll go with white on there. So yeah, the customization, I'm digging it. Let's go into a little bit about the tuning here when I mentioned that earlier, like on Forza. So now some of you might remember the crew one when you get to a certain level, or I can't remember if it's a level or if you beat the game where you unlock the platinum parts and you can really spec out your vehicles. On here they have it so that you unlock icon. What?
I think it was if you beat the game.
It was either one. So you go over here, you click on performance, and down below you're going to have pro settings, which is basically tuning. So you have your tire grip, rear and front, your brake power, balance, suspension, camber, front and rear. And when you change your camber, it's actually showing up physically. I don't know how much of that is actually affecting your vehicle. It could just be a cosmetic thing. But you have your suspension front, rebounds front. You have your rebound. Aero distribution, differential, gearbox. It's kind of fascinating, really. Once I unlock icon, I can probably do more detail of that. You got your traction control on and off, and of course, you know me, I don't rock with no traction control. ABS, I could just throw that off like it's for the slide help. I didn't even notice that. I might turn that off and see if the drifting changes even more. So far, I haven't painted anything on this game. I was just trying to unlock stuff. This is what I did to my R34 Skyline. I kind of went with the whole dragon style, or whatever you want to call it. I'm inside of a Mustang. Excuse me. Ain't trying to get killed by no crowd control. The GTR sounds amazing. These tail lights are gorgeous. Like if I had an R34, I would definitely change the tail lights like this. Just look at those. Beautiful. The interiors are nice and detailed. So you have to worry about that. The interior is nice. Also, you can change the interior color scheme when you're also upgrading the looks of your vehicle. So you can actually change your colors of the inside of your car, which I'll probably show you a little bit later since I'm already out. Hold on, first let me take off the copyright music before it's too late. Well, we know what video's not getting monetized. ... It's so rough on YouTube nowadays, but whatever, who cares? We're continuing with the reviews. So, the map is pretty much the same from the first crew with a whole bunch of changes and updates. I didn't have a problem with the first one at all. You who have been like, man, I miss a good old Touge, this is it. Here, you have this, literally a whole section from the first game. That's a long run. It's basically inbound and out, like an uphill, downhill ordeal, so... For those of you who remember this little section here, you can start off with the hairpins, go straight on up, long straight, cool battle there. Then if you come along here, I can't remember where this section. I don't know if I have like a favorites thing. Also, the back button brings up your map like this, and you can do little teleports. You can switch in between boats, plane, and land vehicle at free will. So if you teleport to one of these little close markers, you can always get back to where you want to be real simple by clicking these. So these allow you to teleport to them, and it may start you out in a boat or plane for the most part. I can't remember where this other section is to save my life. There's so many things. Forgus passes. This might be it here. Hold on. Some of this stuff is dirt. I like to zoom in first. Yeah, that's dirt, so that's not what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, you can also do some WRC racing as well. You can do the Baja style truck racing. There's a little bit of everything in here for anyone. There's F1. There's a lot of stuff I forgot to include into the description. I gotta go back and add that. I done completely forgot. Somehow this is more dirt. Geesh. I need to like figure out if there's like a way to do favorites on this game. I feel like it's a great game. Kudos to the designers there. And the physics are definitely reworked that it works for beginners and people who just want to, you know, play and be competitive. Now, I know that's what Forza was trying to do, welcome open arms, but I think this game has more answers towards welcoming open arms, because the whole co-op style racing actually helps the new players a lot more. Like, say you're really struggling on something, but you have your friends who are amazing at the game, like, oh, okay, I'll just invite them in there, they can teach me the ropes, and, you know, maybe beat the mission for me since I'm that terrible. And I know some of you won't admit that, but we know who you are. We know who you are, but it's okay. We can train you. Anyone can get good. It's no problem. I can't believe I can't. Well, this looks like a pretty fun road here. Yeah, there you go. That's a little road there. Some little twists and bends straight through there. What we got here? Yeah, it looks like that could be fun. Let me find a little teleporter, which is, I guess, here. So first things I'm gonna do is set my waypoint right there, and then teleport here. Travel to, it's gonna start me off in the water. Obviously, it's a little blue icon. So then I can literally just press on my thumbstick and go to the plane, and we're gonna be flying immediately, or not. Well, I'm gonna take off any second now in the water. I'm trying to, at least. Believe me, I'm trying. Hold on, wait, there we go. There's something you don't see every day. The flying is real fun too. I'm not a flying person. I was okay at it on GTA, but you can really do some cool stunts and almost kill yourself, basically. Whee! Alright, so the waypoint. I think I'll just show some of the drifting in this area that I've never been to. Oh god, gonna die. I'm just gonna transfer back to vehicle Geronimo, and it's just that simple to switch from plane to boat. Well, plane, boat to vehicle. Alright, so this looks like a pretty interesting area. Switching vehicles is as good as pressing the start button. So I'll hop into my drift vehicle. Yeah, I went with the whole dragon style on that too. A little red and white scheme going on. Red and black interior. Cool beans. Alright, so also there's a cool little replay feature as well. Let me see here. Well, filters, no. I gotta remember how to do it. I haven't tested it too much, but you can like do instant replays with cool and neat camera angles. So I'm not sure how this section is gonna work at all. Just give me a little bit of time to figure out what I'm doing here. Oh, smack into the wood. This RX-7, this rotary sounds beautiful. Woo, the flames. Yeah, drifting on this game is pretty simple. not that hard. It's best to the simulation part. I say that I thought it was going to be like a full throttle thing because of how easy it is to turn, but to be consistent and make it look pretty, it's best to have throttle control. It's like I'm just tapping it maybe 4 times in the corners. There's really no counter steering involved, but that's okay. It's all good. We'll go to Gran Turismo, Forza, and Live for Speed, and Assetto Corsa, and a few of those other games out there. This is a pretty fun road here. You can do a little Touge back here. More drifting. Whatever you see fit. As you guys can see, the drifting, it looks pretty. Of course, there's no counter steer. But I can say this much, I'm on a controller, just a regular controller, not a wheel. They have wheels options as well. It's pretty good. There's only one downfall. I'm in automatic. I usually drive manual, but I'm not a fan of using LB and RB to shift. But we've seen Need for Speed add a manual option on their game, so I'm pretty sure the crew can. There's manual on here, by the way. It's just LB and RB. I don't like that. But I'm pretty sure that they can. No, Forza starts you off LB and RB, but you can change the scheme. But basically what I'm saying is hopefully eventually they'll add it so you can change the controller scheme. But as for now, automatic's not bad, but sometimes you're in the higher RPM and you don't want to be, so give it a little gas tap to go to the right gear. Which sucks in a way, but it's also like, nothing I haven't dealt with before, so it's kind of like, I can do it. Trouble on what? What, you put it on manual? What do you mean? Oh. Well, it's all about throttle control, and that's drifting has been like that on the majority of the games, except for Sega All Stars Racing or Mario Kart. That's kind of different. Well, for me, I'm just using any principle I've learned in any other game, and you're pretty much just getting used to. I mean, that's my girlfriend, by the way. She also has this game, but she's not on it currently. Basically, you just want to adapt. Like on any driving game, you just want to adapt to the world. That's the other thing I want to say, guys. The world, the tires sometimes go through the ground, but the cars actually feel like they belong to the world. Like, you know how sometimes you hop on a racing game and it just feels wonky, like these physics don't match the world? These physics on this game match this world on every scenario. Every scenario. Boat, plane, monster truck, drift cars, the racing cars. I haven't tried the F1 yet, but so far everything just feels perfect. I haven't tried the GT cars either, but I'm giving this game, I don't want to give it a perfect 10, but I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for right now. My 9 out of 10 is going towards the little bit of cars that can be added and a little bit of just small changes, small changes. Small things that work for me. Right now, this is really fun. More fun than Forza Horizon. Yes, I said it. I don't even think I want to play Forza anymore. There's been so much stuff, and I've been around Forza since Motorsport 1 on the original Xbox, so yeah, that says a lot. I haven't had fun in Forza since Forza Motorsport 4, but I'm not going to go into a rant. I'm going to relax and enjoy this game right here. For any of you who are going to get this game and you need someone to play with or someone to teach you the ropes or even a crew, I am more than down to, play. I'm on the Xbox One version. And yeah, this game it's really good. Let's see if I can show a few more things here. I'm going to cut the review. There's not much else that needs to be said. You have your modes up here: Street Racing, Off-Road, Freestyle, Pro Racing. As you can see, once you finish one section, another one unlocks, but that's once you level up. Right now my level is Famous. So, Famous unlocks Drag Racing. The level before that unlocks Drift, and you have your Street Racing. Drift is kind of like, how do I explain this? I'll just go to one. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to one. Drift basically is like playing Need for Speed Shift, where they have the little enclosed area and you're just trying to get to a certain amount of points. So, when I was saying earlier about the multiplayer and your friends can join whenever they have the crew up. So I'm going to press start before I go in there. We're going to go over to the roster. And as you can see, I'm not in the session right now, but your crew, whoever you have out of the 4 players, you guys are going to, well, you're going to drive into whatever mission. As soon as you get in here, it puts you in the correct vehicle, in which in this case, I'm already in there. It's going to have a little load bar with a little timer. It's going to show how much time your friends have to say, hey, I want to join you, or hey, I don't really care right now. So that basically says that.
They're calling a lot of favors to make it happen.
And I actually like this little run right here. So you guys get to see a huge example of my whole Need for Speed Shift thing. Now at first I was thinking Ken block because look, I'm drifting through crates and doing hoonigan related material. Yes, I said it. No, this really gives me the whole shift feeling, and you'll see this right here. So get 10,000 points. That's real simple for anyone who's played a ton of drifting here. You got Kaido Battle, all the little fun games there. But yeah, this whole gives you the dock feeling from Need for Speed Shift. I feel nostalgic, right? Or whatever the word is. I love this. This is just outstanding. I played so many racing games, and this by far, console-wise, is really good, really well thought, really well planned. No server-side issues. My only fear, I hope that someone doesn't complain about something and they make a correction when there's no correction needed. The game is freaking perfect as is right now. And I have low tier vehicles. I hadn't even maxed them out like I did on the first game. I'm having so much fun with all these low tier vehicles. Of course, drifting, you don't need something high power or ridiculous. But like for all the other modes, it's great. And there's some challenging moments as well. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, this game when you're doing the regular racing, it gives you a Midnight Club feel. Not LA, not Rockstar's last installment, but like an old school dub edition or Midnight Club 2 feeling when you're jumping off of buildings. And it's just really freaking like, wow, this brings back memories. Music wise, nah. The racing element, it really gave me a Midnight Club, like a classic feeling. I really like this course. They should add like a versus mode or something. And I know they have a leaderboard. Just saying, so 49k points there. Where am I on this leaderboard? I'm probably not far because I don't have this car maxed. But let's take a peek real quick. I'm nowhere on this leaderboard. There are people doing some crazy stuff. In the world, I'm 500k, and personal, I'm 94k. I don't get the personal leaderboard. Well, I mean, on my friends list, I'm the highest, I guess. So I only scored 49 there. Why is it showing? Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's the point. No, that's showing points.
That might be the 12 points.
That's what I was about to say. Is this like some total thing, and I just keep adding points? That's weird. I don't get that. Seems kind of different. The other modes you have time attacking, but I mean, if that's the case, I can pass this Platypus Gamer 01 500k from just doing this. Let me think here. 50 times? 50 sounds like a lot. No. 2 times is roughly 100. Maybe 20, maybe 20, 25, something like that. Well, continuing forward, that's not important right now. But yeah, I'm hoping to add like some drift battles on here. Or, you know, just something to get real competitive. Or fight your friends for points. Which you can kind of do that when you're in the crew missions. Or like who's trying to get to the finish line first. Let's see here. The customization, though, I'm giving it on point. The game started me off with a whole lot of vehicles. And then everything else just kind of came with me. I'm pretty garbage at the boating. But the boating is pretty well thought. High and low throttle. I don't know too much about boating, so that's what I'm gonna call it. So As you can see, touring car, air race, powerboat, jet sprint, monster trucking. Monster trucking is basically just doing a bunch of stunts. That's pretty interesting. I'm not that great at that. My favorite thing is probably going to be, I haven't done rallycross yet, but you know, where's the Subaru at? Yeah, I said it. They need to add a Subaru in there, you know. Street racing gives me the Midnight Club feeling. The drifting is kind of like a Need for Speed shift. They have a little bit of everything in here. So you don't necessarily need, and I guess this is loaning a vehicle to me. Harley Davidson. I guess I'll get a free bike from that if I beat that. Making sure nothing's missing there. You have your catalog. You don't have to go to a special dealership. You can purchase the vehicles from right here. So there's nothing really too difficult to whine about or anything. There's just one Civic in here. Most of your details about your characters here, your stats. I don't really stare at mine at all. Well, how long have I driven? Distance driven 250 miles, and I got most of the crap I want. I don't even know it's been to that much. You have your news feed from up here, which I haven't paid much attention to, so they might post us up on updates, or who knows, maybe they'll give us free content like Rockstar. We can cross our fingers on that. This game, I wasn't going to overestimate this game, because the first installment, there was like a lot of stuff I felt were just needs for improvements, but most time, is it really coming back in? No, it's just working area. There's always like the need for improvement. There's always fixed. And wow, great job. So I'm ending the video here. If you guys enjoyed this stream, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to send me a friend request. Well, send me a message first. I'm gonna see a friend request like, who this? Why? What happened? That's about it, guys. Take care. GG.